Obiero, and one of my clients asked me a question in our coaching sessions. And the question that this client asked is, what are the factors that one needs to consider when they are settling down on a mentor? And this was my response. The first factor that you need to consider is to do a research. Do a research about this particular mentor, because remember that you're introducing a new person in your life. You don't know more about them. So study them, but do this study from a distance. So get to know them, get to know what they like, get to know what they dislike, get to know, now with the presence of social media platforms, get to know what they post, get to know what they speak about. Do a deep research. Do they have a personal assistant? Who are the people that are close to them? So research thoroughly about this person before you settle on them. Then the second thing that you need to do is that be specific on your need. What is it that you want this person to mentor you in? What is your exact need? Because most mentors are likely to pop the big question of how can I help you, or how would you have me help you? So be very specific. Sometimes you may find a mentor who will be able to mentor you in all aspects of your life. But even if eventually this mentor mentors you in all aspects of your life, make sure that there is a specific need that you have when you're beginning with this mentor. So probably it can be that you want them to mentor you in the journey of your career. It can be that you want them to mentor you in your relationship. Be very specific, mostly towards the beginning of the mentorship journey. The third factor that you need to consider is the bigger the gap, the better the mentorship. I like this. So the bigger the gap could be that this person is older than you, and therefore you find that their wisdom will help you get to the place that you want to get to. Or the bigger the gap can be that this person is an industry leader or a market leader, and where they are at, you want to get to that place. So that's the bigger the gap, the better the mentorship. At the same time, the bigger the gap could be that this person is in a C-suite position, and that C-suite position is where you want to be. Like when you look at your ideal, that's where you want to definitely settle in that particular place in future. So the bigger the gap, the better the mentorship. Then the fourth thing that you need to consider is show up for their events. And I learned this from my mentor. Mostly if they are paid up events, show up for their events, because when you show up for their events, chances of you speaking to this mentor are high. Remember, the first thing that you consider is that you did a research on them. So probably if they have a PA, you can actually contact the PA, or you can actually talk to the PA on this specific day of the event and ask them if you can have a minute with this specific mentor. So if it's probably an organization that has called him for a specific event, just show up for that event. Even if you don't get to talk to them on that particular day, one time when you meet or one time when you talk on phone, you'll be able to now, flash back and tell them something like, the day that we met in this particular position, you said this, and whatever you said, that thing stuck with me to date. Then the fifth thing that you need to consider is like, share, comment on their social media posts. I've seen this work wonders mostly on LinkedIn, but I know that this can also work across all social media platforms. But if they've written something that you resonate with, like, share, comment. That way they can actually see that you're a frequent follower. This doesn't mean that you like every single thing that they say, or that you follow or you share every single thing that they say, but there is one or two things that they may say that you will like. So like, share, and comment on their social media posts. And then the sixth thing that you need to do is now send them a message. After you have researched and gone through those other steps, send them a message. If you're not able to send them a message, for example, for LinkedIn, when you send a message, it's very hard for someone to ignore you. But even if they don't respond to you, remember you did your research. So then talk to their PA, or if there is someone that probably is close to them, and you also know that person, reach out to that person and let it be an entry point for you to get to them. So send them a message. Then number 7, if they agree, begin the journey with them. Remember, when you're sending them a message, they are likely to either say, yes, I can mentor you, or no, I am not able to mentor you. If they're not able to mentor you, you now move on to the next person. But if they are able to mentor you, then now you begin the journey with them. And as you begin the journey with them, don't be familiar. By this I mean, Be close, but be far, if you understand what I mean. Don't get so familiar, because when you get so familiar with them, you are unlikely to learn and to get every single thing that you wanted to get from them. Then the 8th factor to consider is let them meet you somewhere. You actually drain a mentor when you approach them and you're not doing anything with your life. Let them meet you somewhere. If it's in your career, let them meet you somewhere. If it is in that vision, let them meet you somewhere. If you're in the journey of finding purpose, let them meet you somewhere. Don't be at point zero. You will drain them. It's easier for you to find a mentor and they're able to pick you up from somewhere and then hold your hand and raise you. So let them find you somewhere. Be doing something with your life. Then the 9th factor that you need to consider is mentors are humans. So they will make mistakes. And you have to be willing to accept whatever it is that they do. And now also, again, with the presence of social media, you might see probably a few things about them that are either good or bad, but they will make mistakes. So as you're doing your research, understand that the person that you want to settle on as a mentor, this person will make mistakes. Are you willing to take them as they make the mistakes? Then last but not least is that pray about it. This may sound like a joke, but remember, you're coming in partnership with someone that you don't know deeply. So pray about it, because you want to be in a position where you tell someone a sentence. Probably you tell them something like, I feel like I am not doing the thing that I should be doing. And they tell you that is purpose. I feel that how I look like, I haven't packaged myself well. They tell you that is branding. So you want to be able to give someone a sentence or share a sentence with them, and they're able to give you a word that you can actually run with. So I'll just go through the points again. The first thing that you need to do is research about the mentor. Then the second thing, be specific on your need. The third thing, the bigger the gap, the better the mentorship. I love this. The fourth, show up for their events, mostly if they are paid up. The fifth, like, share, comment on their posts on social media platforms. And then the sixth, send them a message. The seventh, if they agree, begin the journey with them. And then the eighth, let them meet you somewhere. And the ninth factor that you need to consider is that mentors are human. And last but not least, pray about it, because this is someone that you're entrusting with your life, and this is a partnership that's going to take a long time. So if you have other factors that have worked for you, kindly share them on the comment section and let me get to see them. Let's explore more. At the same time, if this resonates with you, reach out on the details provided and let's explore more. Let's get to know more about other factors that one needs to consider when you're settling down on a mentor. Until next time, goodbye.